UN sent an Asian diplomat, I forget his name exactly what it was, to go investigate crimes against humanity in Gaza. Israel did not allow him to enter Gaza because they said his visa wasn't valid, and that was published in an Israeli newspaper.
Okay, so I'll have to look into that. If that's the case, then I'll say that you're correct. But here's the question, though. So Israel is the only democracy in the Middle East right now. They're practicing democracy. Muslims, Jews, and Christians.
Israeli citizens vote in the upcoming elections then?
Well, they can.
Israeli citizens.
Hold on a second. First of all, many Palestinians in Palestinian Authority, that is in Zone B, not Zone A, can vote in elections. Secondly, here's the question: you want them to be able to vote both in PA elections and Israeli elections? Why hasn't the PA had an election in 12 years? Mahmoud Abbas is a dictator of the PA that uses the money and the aid that we give him to enrich himself. Mahmoud Abbas. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Palestinians don't support the PA. That's
Hold on, but I thought he was democratically elected. So why don't you guys have students against the Palestinian Authority, not students against Israel? The Palestinian Authority.
Palestinian Authority isn't holding guns against Palestinian children.
Oh, I thought Palestinian Authority was democratically elected 12 years ago. Mahmoud Abbas has not had any checks and measures against him. In Nablus, he lives in a 25,000 square foot mansion. Here's the bottom line: is that Arabs are better served under Israeli government than under the Palestinian Authority government. Arabs are.
Ground dead.
I'm sorry. What? Wait. I'm sorry. What?
When they're in the ground dead, that's where a majority of Palestinians end up.
What are you? A majority of Palestinians end up dead? How dare you say something like that? There's 15.5 million people that live in the Palestinian Authority. Half of them end up dead. So you're trying to tell me that 7.5 million Palestinians have been killed? Is that what you're trying to say?
7.5 million live in the. I've never seen that number.
Well, it's actually 50.5 million is if you count the PA and Israel together. You're right. It's more 6 million Palestinian Authority, 9.5 million in Israel proper. So it's about 15 combined.
Wow. So that was an incredible job there by Charlie. I think some of the situations when he filmed that video versus now, I think Jews can go to Hebron. They can go. I mean, obviously you have to have like armed guard. You have to have some sort of like situation. You have to get in contact with the local rabbi there, Danny Cohen. But I think reflecting on what he said, he is not Jewish, but he's still obviously defending Israel. That's the way Charlie was, And I think Ben Shapiro commented on it the other day. He said, Charlie Kirk, most of all, stood for what he believed in, despite the fact that maybe everybody wanted him to be a certain way. He said, no, I'm going off my biblical values, and I'm going to, ride with that, despite the fact that it might be unpopular. He did it anyway.